Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and I'm back with another wrong build video, this time the 2016 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Let's go! Alright, if you're back again, thank you so much for coming back to my videos. I really appreciate it. I don't know if YouTubers spend enough time thanking their audiences, but I know I don't feel like I do, and I'm super appreciative to everyone for being here. You could be watching anything else on YouTube, so thanks again for being here. If you've never seen a wrong build video before, this is where I test every engine for the car. I give you the engine up front, which will be coming here in just a moment, and then we go through 4 different builds for the car. We're going to build it for track, drag, drift, and off-road. And we'll be giving those full build cards so that you can screenshot those and save them for when you want to build this car. This one is the 2016 Alfa Romeo. This car looks amazing. I have to be honest, I was not a fan of the car at the beginning. It kind of looked like a family sedan or something like that. But with the mods that you can put on this car, meaning like the bumpers and the side skirts and the fenders, this thing looks really good. I'm really impressed. So anyway, we'll get into that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and give you the engine first because that's the most important thing. So after running a lot of tests, I'm talking a ton of tests, I narrowed it down to 2 engines. And these 2 engines are fairly strong engines in most other cars. One of them in particular, the 710 horsepower, is really strong. It happens to be the fastest engine for a lot of other cars that I've tested. But on this car, the 460 horsepower 6.2 liter V8 actually outperformed it. It was about a second faster on both Arian and Sonic, and I'm telling you, I ran this test over and over again because I really was not sure. I had a feeling that the 710 could do better, but I kept doing it, I kept testing it, and on average, this 460 horsepower does better. So I'm gonna recommend the 460 horsepower 6.2 liter V8 as the engine for this Alfa Romeo. I've got a standard track build here that I went through already, which is the track suspension, race tires, 8-speed gearbox, and the track differential. This is sort of a basic track build, and then you sort of have to find out what your live tuning is, what your gearbox is, and things like that after the fact. But this is what I'm starting with. But let's go ahead and take this on a run through Sonic so you can just kind of get a feeling for what this car does now that you know which engine you're supposed to be using. After we do that, I'll show you the entire track build, including the live tuning and everything else. This car looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks so good. This is absolutely my style. Definitely my style of car. As far as the way it drives though, it's kind of on the slower side. It does not speed up as fast as I would want it to, but it looks really good and it handles fairly well. So it's kind of one of those, you know, it's a pleasure to drive, but it's not real fast. You know, kind of a mid-level car. Let's see if I can get this Sonic run first try. 4 NOSes off the rip. Let's go, baby. See ya. All right, first corner. Are we gonna be able to have to restart this? Oh, no, sir. We're good. It's kind of a herky-jerky turn, though. It wasn't real smooth, you know what I mean? But look where it's at speed-wise. It does okay, you know? It's not terrible. It sounds really good, though. Let's see here. Bump. Oh, too wide. Too wide. No. Restart. Here we go. Take 2. Out of my way, Mustang. Whoa, they're blocking like crazy. What's going on here, bro? Get out of here, Carlos. All right, here we go. We get this first turn again. A little bit too slidey. I think I'm a little overcritical, though. It's not a bad turn. You know we're using the refills, bro. You know we're using the refills. Here we go. All right, this is where I failed the first time. Oh, too far inside. I'll take it, though. See, it's not super fast around the corners. It's not horrible, right? It's okay. Oh, that's too far inside. We're good, though. We made it. We didn't crash. Ooh! A little bit squealy there. A little squealy squirrely, you know what I mean? Refills. Let's go. Using 3 on that straightaway. We're doing it. Get that top speed, dude. We're trying to put a time in the low 40s. Low 40s. That's what we're aiming for. Oh! Nailed it. Oh, I got a nose itch. It always happens whenever I'm testing cars, dude. What is going on with that? All right, here we go. Not bad. Oh, a little bit on the dirt, though. We're still good, though. Still good. 5-second rule, right? Oh, into the wall. That's not good. We're going for a low 40s time. There we go. Let's refill these. Nicely done, Trigger. Great turn. Thanks, guys. I knew I could do it. All right, I think we're good. Low 40s. What do you think? I'm looking at the clock. We might be at like a 43. Don't go in the dirt, you bastard. 45. All right, I ran a little bit faster in my testing. I was not super good. Anyway, 245.16. I made tons of mistakes. So you could definitely run it a lot lower than that. Also, I'm not the best driver, right? A lot of better drivers out there might be able to run it in the high 30s. Anyway, it does okay. That's the bottom line. With the track build, it does okay. It's a very average car. It runs Arian right around 3 minutes. It runs Sonic around 240. So it's not like the fastest car. It's also not the slowest car. It looks amazing and it's fun to drive. It actually handles fairly well. So I don't know. I would definitely recommend it as something that you can use as an alternative car. It'd be a good car to do car meets with because of how customizable it is. This is a really nice car. So anyway, let's go ahead and throw up that full track build so you can see it, and then we'll move on to the drag build. All right, we got the 6.2 liter V8 engine that I talked about earlier, Ultimate Plus engine parts with the Ultimate Dual Turbo, and the 5x3 pound NOS. I've got the Super Track suspension, Elite brakes, and Elite race tires. I've got the Elite Plus clutch, Elite Plus 8-speed gearbox, and believe me, I tested all the gearboxes. It took me forever, but I've got the 8-speed in here, and then the Super Track differential. For the auxiliaries, I use NOS duration and refills, and for the live tuning, we've got steering sensitivity at 0, because it is already fairly sensitive. It has a good turning radius, and the downforce at +2, traction control off, and drift style on gas. So this is it. It's my live tuning. Let's go ahead and try to turn this thing into a drag car. A couple of things we want to change. First thing, obviously, is the NOS. For a drag race, you definitely want that one big boy tank of NOS, so 1x15 there. We're going to leave the track suspension. It's the stiffest we've got. And then we'll switch over to the drag tires. This is going to be the most traction in a straight line you can get. Drag tires. Why do they have drag tires in the game when there's not one drag race event in the game? I don't know. But if you want to drag race your friends, this is why I do the drag race build. All right, Elite Plus clutch. We're leaving that. We're leaving the gearbox, but we might change it. We're gonna leave it for now, but we might change it. Let's make sure we have one of all of them. Okay, we're good. And then the Super Track differential, of course, the auxiliaries stay the same. Now look at this. We've got it all 10s, baby. We've got a 400 plus car with all 10s. This should be the fastest car in the game, or at least tied with it, right? No. All right, let's see what it can do in a quarter mile. The fastest drag car in the game is the Beetle, and it's tied with the Volvo 242 at 8.30 for a quarter mile. Let's see what the Alfa Romeo has for a quarter mile. Ready? 8.9. All 10s, 400 plus. You would think it would be better than 8.9, but it's not. We need to lower this downforce though. It might drop us another 0.3. It doesn't, but we're gonna lower it anyway. Steering sensitivity is gonna be the same. Traction control is gonna stay off. And drift style is gonna stay on gas. But what we need to do now is figure out if this 8-speed is actually the fastest transmission. So let's drop it to the 5 and see how that does. Less shifts equals faster. Nope, 8.93. Okay, let's drop the 6 into the car. 8.9, same as the 8-speed. One more, let's drop the 7 in here. Let's see, just by some weird miracle chance it's gonna be faster. It's not, 8.90. So here's the thing that we need to figure out. I'm gonna look at my spreadsheet real quick because I believe the 710 horsepower runs a faster 0 to 60 and a faster quarter mile. And we might be able to get a better drag build from that other engine that I was talking about earlier in the video. So let's take a look and I'll be right back to you. I was right. It's 7/10 faster on 0 to 60 and 7/10 faster on a quarter mile with the 710 horsepower engine. But let's see. Remember, we're at 8.9 with this engine. Let's drop the other engine in, see what we get. All right, I've swapped over all the parts to that 3.9 liter V8 that I was talking about. And guess what? The quarter mile is not faster. 8.93, it's a little bit slower. So we are sticking with that 460 horsepower engine for this build for sure. Let's go ahead and throw up the drag build. Let's show you what it is. 8.90 is really not fast. It's quite slow, to be honest with you. So this might not be a great drag car, but let's go ahead and give you the build anyway. All right, so starting off with the engine, the 6.2 liter V8. You want Ultimate Plus engine parts with the Ultimate Dual Turbo, 1x15 pound NOS, Super Track suspension, Elite brakes, and Elite drag tires, Elite Plus clutch, Elite Plus 8-speed gearbox, because it doesn't matter if you put a 6, a 7, or an 8. The time is exactly the same, so might as well keep it the same as your track build. And then the Super Track differential. Auxiliaries are NOS duration and NOS refills for me. And then, of course, your live tuning. You want to make sure you have minimum downforce. So steering sensitivity, we're leaving the same as the track build at 0, and then downforce -5, traction control off, and drift style on gas. It is time to slide this baby around. Let's take this out as a drift car. All right, so to transition into a drift car, this is a rear-wheel drive car. So we need to make a rear-wheel drive drift setup. The first thing I'm gonna do is go back to my my 5x3 pound NOS, just because I don't want to forget to go back to it. I've said that in the past, I'm gonna say it again. Track suspension, no. We need speed cross suspension. We want to keep the drag tires, and then we want to switch over to the Pro Drift differential. This is a very good starting point for rear-wheel drive drift setup. You can use this exact setup on every rear-wheel drive car to start out, and then you have to make slight changes if it doesn't perform like the way you want it to. I have a feeling that this will do pretty well, actually, because it does feel kind of nice when you're drifting it around on some of the hairpin turns when you're racing on the track. So I have a feeling it'll do very nice with this setup. It has a good tight turning radius, so we're leaving it as is. All right, let's get out there and have some fun. Oh, before that, we need to talk about some tire smoke. Let's put that on real quick because that makes drifting so much better. Let's go with some red smoke this time. We also need to shout out this wrap, dude. This wrap is so nice. So this wrap came from the community. This is a follow. I just followed this artist. It's let me try to pronounce this. Heranitas. Hopefully that's not a bad word in Spanish. This was created back when the game first came out. It has 3,000 downloads. This is a very popular rap, and you should be able to find it in the trending or most recent, most recent trending section. Go follow Heranitas. This is a very nice looking race wrap. I took the windshield decal off, but it looks awesome. This is my favorite. Okay, let's go drifting. Ooh, this is pretty nice, bro. I don't know why I decided to hit my right stick and look back, but let's go. This feels nice. Nice little handbrake to transition from left to right. Not bad at all. $69,000, dude. This thing is nice. This feels really, really good. Oh my goodness. Let's go have some fun. That's it. Calling it right there. I don't know if that was my good best clip. My good best clip. What am I saying anymore? Alright, throw up the build card, man. This drift build is freaking cool. It's really good. We got that same 6.2 liter V8 engine, Ultimate Plus engine parts with the Ultimate Dual Turbo, and the 5x3 pound NOS tanks. We got Super Speed Cross suspension, Elite brakes, and Elite drag tires. Elite Plus clutch, Elite Plus 8-speed gearbox, and the Pro Drift differential. The three keys to this build, obviously, are the suspension, the tires, and the differential. Those are the three things that makes this car drift. Everything else can be pretty much the same, or if you have a little bit lower parts, you'll probably still have an okay time doing it. But that's the drift build. Your live tuning should be +5 steering sensitivity, -5 downforce, and the traction control off. Drift style on gas. Let's move on to the off-road. I don't have any expectations for this car. I don't think it'll be fast off-road, but I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised by this because it will make this car worth buying and building off-road. Let's see what it does. Here we go. HTV test number 1. All right, not too bad off the line. It's a little slow, kind of heavy. Let's see if it can get up to 140 on this bottom section of this course. That's really kind of determines how fast it really is. We slide it around this corner, NOS it, and then see what we can do. 131, 136, not bad. 140, it hit 140. We're gonna run an okay time on this, I think. Oh, it slid out a little bit right there. That was a little weird. Our downforce is all the way down, so we might need to pull. Might need to pull that up just a little bit, but it's really not slow. I like that. Not super fast on the straights, but feels actually pretty good in the dirt. Not too bad. So we can pass these guys without issue. There's an issue. All right. This is actually an okay car off-road, at least for HTV2. It ran a 153, but I think it can run a little bit faster than that. I had some collisions a little bit with the AI, and I slid out a little bit on that downhill section. 153.84. I think we can run this in 152 or a little bit less. So I will rerun it real quick. We're gonna cut it out of the video. I'm gonna rerun it. We'll get a better time, and then we'll come back and we'll do Rumble. 151.77. Let's write it down. Let's move on to Rumble and see how it does there. Here we go. Rumble test number 1. No mistakes. Cross our fingers. God, it actually handles really, really nicely. Kind of makes me smile. Oh my God. Of course I say that and then I crash. Restart it. Kylie? come on. I'd really like to see this car run it somewhere in the 3 minutes and 10 seconds time area. Please, let's do a 310. It's a little clippy. The car's a little clippy though. But besides that, it feels nice. Barriers, that's okay. Not gonna stop us here. We're trying for a 310. That was a beautiful turn. There we go. Easy on the clips. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes you just gotta pray to the clip gods, man. The clip gods are crazy. Alright, we just need to make it one more lap. We also need to find our way out of these clip zones. Why are you going backwards, bro? What is happening? All kinds of hurdles I have to jump over just to make a clean pass, bro. Which way are you going, Kylie? You guys are getting in the way of my 310, dude. Let's stay to the right just a little. Get a little clip happy. That was a little better. You gotta stay to the right on that hill. Well, the bad news is we're not gonna run a 310. The good news is there is no good news. The car is slow on this particular track. 318 is really not good. I'm so disappointed, dude. I'm so disappointed because I thought this car, if it could run somewhere close to a 312, 310, 310 would have been perfect because it puts it in like kind of top 10 range. But it's not. It's just not. It looks good. It runs good on HTV2, which is a short course, but it just doesn't have this, I don't know. I mean, granted, there were a lot of like little things that built up in that race, but it just doesn't have the off-road skill to like keep up with like a Fox body or something like that. And certainly not the top 5 cars. They're very fast compared to this. It's just okay. It's okay. Let's get back to the garage. Let's see if we can summarize this. But let's go ahead and throw up the dirt build card right now. So we've got that 6.2 liter V8 engine. We've got the Ultimate Plus engine parts and the Ultimate Dual Turbo 5x3 pound NOS. Super Rally suspension, Elite off-road tires, Elite brakes, of course, Elite Plus clutch, and then we got the Elite Plus 8-speed gearbox with a Super Rally differential. Refills and NOS duration are your auxiliaries, and of course, for the live tuning, you're going to want to have +5 steering sensitivity, -5 downforce. That's the way this thing runs the fastest. It gives it a little bit of extra top speed when you have the downforce all the way down like this. All right, back to the garage. Let's talk about this. All right, I went into testing this car with literally no expectations, except for the fact that I knew it was a big, heavy sedan, and you have to have a lot of power in order to make a heavy sedan fast. So I didn't really expect it to be fast. It's not. It runs a very average time on Arian of 3 minutes. It runs an average time on Sonic of around 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And it's just okay on the track. So as far as drag racing goes, it should be better, but it's not. It's a 8.90, even though it has all 10s for power, acceleration, handling. All of the stats say that this car is supposed to be good, but it's just not. The one thing that this car really does really well, and this has nothing to do with racing, is the way it looks. It just looks fast. It has really great mods. You can build a very nice car that looks amazing. It just isn't very good at anything else. Drifting is just okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It does score fairly well, and with this build, you can definitely 3-star all of the drift zones on the map, but it's just okay. So this is the most okay, super nice car in real life that you're probably going to find here in this game. Off-road, again, just average. It's just not that great. So I wanted more. I want more. Next game, Need for Speed, you need to make this Giulia Quadrifoglio Make it better. Make it better. And that's what I'm going to put on the thumbnail. Make it better. I think. I don't know. We'll come up with some sort of thumbnail at the end. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I know this is a long video. As always with the Wrong Build series, I've got another Wrong Build video coming up in which I'm going to be comparing all 3 of the M4 options in this game. There's 3 different M4s, and I'm going to compare every single one of them all in one video. We're going to cram it in. We're going to see if we can't get the video to be not as long, and which is going to be impossible because I talk too much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram, Discord, Twitter. My DMs are always open. I really, really appreciate you doing that. I appreciate every fan, and I want to help everybody I can. This is a true community. We are over 4,000 members on Discord in the server. So if you guys are looking for a level 50 crew, or if you own a level 50 crew and you would like to help others, we have a section in our Discord that's called Need for Speed Crews, in which we allow crew leaders to post their crews with contact information, and you can go in and join one of those crews and get your level 50 rewards like your Ferrari and your achievement, and then connect with some really awesome people in there. So like I said, we have 4,000 members in our Discord, so definitely come on over. There's a link in the description down below. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.